Oof. All right. I don't even know if to say we're back, but we're here.
Yeah.
uh what's up, everybody? This is I want to say episode 2 of Ramen Talk. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if they've recorded more episodes of this. We are really kind of like loosely putting this thing all together. But this is episode 2 by all stretch of imagination. This should be episode 2 of Ramen Talk. I am Meelz. I'm here with I don't know if I want to do Platinum Chanel Boy with you,
You don't
Jeff.
have
We're on a
to.
different
Yeah, this is
we
this is just be Jeff today.
yeah, this is Jeff. Okay, and we also have another person in the building. We have Ty. What's good, man?
What's up, man? Chilling. How y'all?
Good, bro.
Shit.
Good. I'm all right.
I just been deleting my. I was just telling Jeff I have so much shit on my. I made the wrong decision in buying an iPhone and buying it at 64 gigs, but I also bought it like 3 years ago, so I don't really care. But I'm out of space on this phone.
Gigs, boy. I don't know how you did it, dude.
Yeah, 256. That's it, man.
That's it, bro. That's it. Same.
Nah, I feel stupid now. I don't know. It's weird because it's like they want you like, oh, delete some stuff from your phone to clear up some space, but like the thing that takes up the most space is the shit, the iOS 14 shit.
Yeah.
That's like 20 something gigs, like or whatever
Like,
fuck it is.
Hey, do you like save your photos on the cloud?
Yeah, I do. I do everything on the cloud. I think it's just music. It might be music. One of my boys
It
said,
adds up, man.
One of my boys, I know he says I don't download music anymore, like at all. Like,
Yeah.
he just streams it. So
Just
it's
stream
like
it.
they're added to the phone, but they're not like on the phone. But like, and speaking, this is the episode we're gonna talk about. I still have a lot of stuff downloaded on my phone because I come from. Damn, do I really want to sound old already? I come from that era where we downloaded.
Dog, like, isn't that crazy? Like, everything has changed for us. Like, talking to like, even if you talk to kids these days, like my brother's age, he's 10. It's like, bro, the things that he has compared to what we had to deal with, it's crazy, bro.
How easy they could just get music, like just to access. Just the struggles we had to deal with, like just downloading apps that was fucking up our parents' computers growing up.
Yep.
Bro, I remember, I think it was legitimately, it had to be 3 years ago because this is the 3-year anniversary. I didn't plan on recording this on the same day as this, but it's for 444. I specifically remember I was meeting up with one of my homeboys. He's like young. I mean, young compared to me. It's like probably like 22 now, 23 now. But I was meeting up with him and I was like, yo, because at the time 444 only was on Tidal, and like if you bought a Samsung phone, then it was there too. Yeah. So he was like, yo, how'd you get 444 on your phone? I was like, are you serious? I I downloaded it on my computer and then I dragged it to
pulled it over. Yeah, that's still, I still do stuff like that for Wiz put out like the Cushion Orange Juice on Apple Music. Like I still have the original like Nostalgia Ultra. Those things that like you can't really find like on like streaming, I guess you could say. But like, I still do the drag from the file to the iTunes.
Oh yeah, I definitely still got the mixtapes. Just for like the sample issues that they have, like they try to put it like on Apple Music or like Tidal or whatnot.
Yeah.
Ain't no G Unit radios on Apple Music, man. So you gotta know you're down.
It's funny. It is actually like 2 or 3 of them.
It's so random.
It's like the random one's like a Mod Deep and a Mace one.
Yeah, I feel like God's plan and that shit is like on there from somebody else. Like I don't even think that's them. I think somebody just uploaded it.
DJ Big Meech.
Yeah, like,
Volume 7. Oh my God. All right, so boom, we're here today. Obviously, we're here for a solidified reason.
Yeah.
I think we're the only 3 people in RNC who were born in 1990. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember if Josh was.
Nah, Josh is 89.
Yeah, he's 89.
Josh is 89? Okay, all right. Yeah. So that's where I messed up. And you know why I messed up? Because I remember, okay, so this is my 1990 story. This is why 1990 is so special to me and like why I definitely wanted to record this episode with both of you guys. Because one, first of all, I love 1990 people. 2, I never get to talk to Ty, so I want to talk to Ty.
Right.
Period. But 1990, I was skipped as a kid. So I was always in the class with the 89 kids, like always, like from grades 2 through 12. And then I guess in college, when I entered college, and it was like, oh, you were born in that. That's crazy. Like, it's always been, and I'm someone who like hates attention. I don't like when a bunch of attention is on me. Like, I don't even like bringing it up. I don't know. I don't like bringing shit up. I don't like bringing shit up because it's like every time they were like, oh, because kids, they were like, oh, you were younger than us. Like, you're a baby or whatever the hell it is. So that was legitimately every time I got a reaction from saying I was born in 1990. That was the reaction that I got. It was like, you were born in 1990. How the fuck you get here? Or you must be a genius or something along those lines. So yes, I never became comfortable like talking about 1990 and when I was born until I was like got into college and was damn near an adult.
Right.
But we're here. Obviously, Ty just turned 30. Shout out to you, Ty.
Yeah, fresh.
You look like you had a blast.
You said like I had a blast?
Yeah, you look like you had a blast.
Nah, it was fun. It was actually fun. Me and my girlfriend, we drove to Atlanta like to see my mom for the weekend. They surprised me with a party. I mean, I kind of had my suspicions, but that was good. Like all my friends,
I knew. So I was like, yeah, I knew, but it was fun.
Why are we going here?
Yeah, it was fun though. Because I was originally supposed to go to Mexico, but with everything going on and whatnot,
right,
that was a dub. But nonetheless, like I'm alive. I'm good. I'm in good health, so it's big shit to worry about.
Definitely.
No, you're right. Shit. I mean, both of our Jeff and I regret it now because I really didn't do anything for my 30th birthday, and I kind of regret it like a lot now. Because I remember I don't like planning stuff at all, because the fact I have to plan so much stuff on my birthday feels like trash. And I think my girl.
I remember texting you about it.
Yeah, I think she said she wanted to plan something, and then I was like, I mean, if you. I was like, whatever. That's cool. Like, I don't know. Don't ask me.
I mean, without my shawty, like, I wouldn't have did shit either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was basically planned because of her. And other than that, I wasn't doing shit, bro. But we ended up getting my friends together, some school friends from back in the day, which I mean, we're still solid today. But it was a good time, and it was literally right before everything kind of happened, so I'm glad that I got out the way, you know what I'm saying? It did happen, but next February, I'm going to do it again. We're going to do something different. If I
might have to turn 30 again. Yeah. I really might have to turn 30 again.
I'm hoping, I'm hoping it'd be nice.
Shit, man. I feel like, all right, so boom. We officially turned 30. Did you guys have any like reservation at this point? Did you had any reservations like, oh shit, or were you like, oh shit, it's coming, like 30, like it's coming, fuck, like did you have that feeling?
I was a little depressed about it, I would say, but that's just like my natural state at that time was even before getting to it. And then I think, to be honest, turning 30 the night of, it was great. I was cool. And then obviously everything kind of like happened with COVID and whatnot. And that made me even more down about it. 'Cause I'm just like, damn, like on such an awful year, this is supposed to be a big year. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm turning 30. It's 2020, like, new decade. It's like, it wasn't supposed to feel this way. Obviously that first week I was like, yeah, nigga, I'm 30 now. This is what's up. And I'm thinking about everybody, like you said, born in 1990, who's just hit that pinnacle as well. So I felt old, but it was just one of those things. I kind of just leaned into it. You know what I mean? Like I'm basically still the same person, and I have been kind of the same, like doing shit that a 30-year-old probably wouldn't be doing anyways. I mean, I guess, the shit that we're into, you know what I mean? But besides that, I just kind of leaned into it, and now I'm okay with it. Like I said, I'm gonna end up doing 30 again like next year because this has been a crazy ass year.
What about you, Ty?
The same here. Like I was like, I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was like just having my little worries. I was like, damn, like I'm doing anything right in life so far. Then I talked to my mom, asked her like, what was her feelings like as she was approaching 30 around the time, and she just told me it's like this felt normal. She's like, you really won't start feeling like you old until you hit 40. That's when it really starts to hit you. But she was like, this 30s is pretty much just like get 20s, but just more serious. Like,
Yeah.
just can't mess
First-
up like as you did like in your younger years. Excuse me.
How would you guys summarize your 20s? Just in general. Like if you had to summarize your 20 in one sentence, like
Oh
what would you
man,
say?
Jesus Christ!
For sure.
I
My
was
20s
wilding
were
out. Yeah, I was wilding out.
I was like,
Earlier
I
on.
didn't do college. I mean, I did for like a year. Came home. Then I actually been working at Delta since I was 20. So just
Oh
pretty much
wow.
been working and traveling like my whole 20s for the most part.
Yeah, no, I was wilding. From earlier on, those first like from 20 to like 25, I was wilding out, and then I was in like a 3-4 year relationship near the mid of my 20s, and that kind of like settled me down. I mean, to be honest, let's just keep it real. Like after 28, nigga, it's like I might as well
30?
turn 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wasn't even thinking about it no more. It was just different, bro. Like everything was like whatever. But I don't know. Do y'all feel like any pressure to like? Because I feel like when we were kids, right? Our parents, you know, maybe aunties, uncles, maybe just family friends. I feel like everybody already had a family and shit by the time they were 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like I know none of us have kids, and none of us are married, but you guys feel any pressure like taking that shit to the next level or getting there? Or is it just like, you know what? Because I have goals that I want to hit before I even consider that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like definitely
That's just me.
Same here. Just no pressure from my mom and none of my family members. It's just like my mom told me, she like, a kid's expensive. She like, it's a lot. Like,
Right.
like she said, it's a huge responsibility. So it's just like whenever you're ready, just do it like when it's best for you. Also, make sure my money right too. Like,
right, dude.
I remember when I was 16, I was like, I'm having kids at 29. I told myself that. I was like, yo, 29 is the age. That is before 30. That's where we're going to go. And you thinking like, we've all had this conversation. Like, oh, we're going to be, you know, so I'm trying to schedule this out. So when he's 20, I'm going to be 49. And I'm like,
we don't even know if we're going to get a girl by then. Like,
right.
I'm over here planning something I need a partner with.
I remember, all right, so I never felt, did I feel pressured? I think through first of all, my 20s itself is kind of like a shoot. I would say it's probably more eye-opening than anything. My 20s, I think more so I've hit so much like personal things. Like I remember I started off 20 when I turned 21, it didn't matter because I don't drink at all. Like it don't matter. Yeah. So like and like if you turn 21, at least in America, and you're excited about drinking,
you probably
been drinking for years.
Yeah.
So 21, I was like, man, I think I was finishing off my like second to last semester of college. So I was like really kind of like focused in making sure I was doing what I'm doing. And then I just remember like, here's the thing, 20s, weird thing to say, because it's like, I feel like most people have jobs before they turn something. I didn't get my first job till I was 22. I didn't learn to drive until I was 22, which is absolutely worthless in the city that I live in, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, like,
I have a license.
That's that big of a deal in your situation.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I think I got a license to get a job that I stayed at for 5 weeks, and then I quit because it was like the most depressing shit ever. So I quit that job. Well, no, the first job I actually got was at the Levi's, and I quit in 18 hours. That's a funny fucking story.
I was in retail basically most of my 20s up until my late 20s. So, but I was good at it, and I just dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like, some people, they just can't, like, they can't deal with it, and I get it. Like, I never judge anybody for not being able to handle retail because it's a monster.
Retail seems whack. I don't know. I only did it for 18 hours. I was at the Levi's in Times Square, which is got to be the worst location that I've ever chosen in my life.
I'll blame for 18 hours too.
First of all, no one there speaks English because everyone is tourists. Second of all, Levi's was doing some curve fit shit where you have to like pretty much like touch the person and like do a whole bunch of stuff and be very invasive about like kind of what they're doing. It's like, no, give me your hips and let me do this. And I was like, no, I don't really feel like doing that. And then my boy said this, and this rung in my head forever. And maybe this kind of changed my mindset as well. He told me, because the day before I got the interview at Levi's, I graduated college. He said, "You got a degree. Why you want to work at Levi's?" And I said, now later on, I can say this in my 30s. I have no judging because times is hard. It is trash out here.
You gotta work. You gotta make it happen.
It is terrible out here in these streets. But for some reason, that rung in my head so crazy throughout the entire second day of training that I had to wake up at 7 a.m. for. And I was sitting there with like a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds at the time. Mind you, I'm 22, so I'm like, damn, I'm grown. And this motherfucker, not knowing that 22 is like, I'm still a fucking loser.
Yeah, nothing.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, nah, I gotta get out of here. So I remember I asked my parents and I was like, should I quit? And they're like, why would you quit? And then it was like, because I don't really want to do it. And they're like, listen, quit, because I wasn't getting paid that much. I was getting a little bit above minimum wage. So I was just, which at that time was ass in New York City.
Minimum wage
I was
still
just like, you know what?
Still low everywhere.
Yeah. So I quit, and I remember that, and I was just like, oh, this is kind of the feeling of like independence and stuff like that. Like, right. I don't know if I'm guessing it.
Like, I just quit. No, it feels good to quit your first job. Fuck that.
Because I didn't want to do
exactly
it.
What you're saying. Yeah. Well.
But I've also learned stuff like my own self-worth and stuff. Like, it took me, one of another major things that I do that took me a long time to do was, and you're gonna hear the construction outside because it's construction and outside.
Yeah. I'm used to it.
One of the other things that it was hard for me to do was like ask for money, like a raise, or more money, or like, I'm applying for this job, this is kind of what I want. And I remember specifically, I got my first like big job, like working in an office, getting salary, benefits, all this other stuff. I was like, oh shit, turn up. And they were like, we're gonna pay you this. And I was about to take it because I was like, I ain't got no job. I just quit Levi's like months ago. I don't even have money to go places. I barely have money to go to the interview. So I was broke. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then my mom was like, why are you taking that job? Like, you deserve more than this. You went to college, you went 4 years, you did all this other stuff. You did a lot more stuff better than me at this point. You shouldn't take this job. Tell them you're not taking the job. And then I was like, yeah, my mom doesn't want me to take the job.
That's what you told him to?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, my mom doesn't want me to take it. But here's the thing. The employer was so cool because he was like, all right, so how much do you want to get paid? And I was like, and I said something modest. I said something, I really want to get paid like between this and that. And then he was like, okay. And I was like, wait a minute. That's how that fucking works. Wait.
Not every time, but
no, not every time.
Not at all. Make it work.
Yeah, I think if you want to, but it taught me a lot. I think I learned through my 20s more so than anything. It's like, do what you kind of want to do. Try to find stuff that you like to do. And don't settle for things, like, period. I don't know. It just taught me don't settle for things. I have a much more stronger resolve about things now at 30. And when I look at all these 20-year-olds, because I work at a college, I look at all these, not even 20, like 19 to 18-year-olds stressing about relationship shit.
I know,
and
like, it's crazy. Man.
All this other stuff. And I'm like, bro, just break up with them. Like, just break up with them.
Yeah, I'm not going to be together anyways.
No, you're not gonna be together. Like, you're fucking 19. That's the sad truth. It's unfortunate, but it's like, it's sad. I was like, you're not gonna be together anyway. Yeah. Like, I don't tell them that, but I'm like, y'all doing all this fighting, but y'all not gonna be together anyway. I don't know. Yeah. But shit, by the time I turned 30, I don't know. But I turned 30, I was like,
different. It's different.
I just feel, for a long time in my 20s, I didn't feel like I was getting older. I just felt like I was getting better. And it's a weird mind state to have. because like most people feel like they're getting older. It's like 28, but it's like, yo, it's kind of lit up here. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, like because
I mean, I don't know about y'all. I mean, shit. I feel like I look the same. That's for sure. Like I feel like nothing's changed as far as like visually. My mindset has changed for sure. Like here and there. I think that I've like taken more things in stride overall. But being 30 is just like I feel like it would be a lot more calming for me if everything wasn't going on. Like as far as like anxiety and just like just regular shit in the world, But it's still it happens. Everything is happening. There's nothing we can do. We just in it. I mean, yeah, we turned 30, but we still got 10 more years to get out of this.
Mm.
Like it's just gonna be about just getting better.
But I feel like I don't know. 30. I was about to say 30. Wow. 30 is like I don't want to make it sound depressing because it's not. It's honestly don't feel it. It's not depressing.
It's just like it's just game time now, like for real.
Yeah. Like I think first of all, you're able to afford a lot more stuff, which is much better than what it was when I was 20. I don't know. I feel legitimately. I don't know. I feel better. It's weird. Like other than my body, I can feel like my body's starting to do things that I couldn't do like 10 years ago. Like I can't jump shit like at all. Like if I'm ever running and I have to jump a fence, I don't know if I'm be able to make it.
I feel like you lose that athleticism a little bit.
Yeah.
I try to stay active.
This is true.
I'm running. Ty be on the bikes. I gotta get me a bike myself. Ty be on the bike. I'll be on the soccer pitch a little bit. I know you be lifting about 600. You do about 600-pound bench presses, Meelz. But other than that, like we just figuring it out. Like, hey man,
with everything going on, my bad. With everything going on,
you go, bro.
You going back to the gym or like you done with gyms for good?
Yeah, that's real. What are you doing? How are you handling that?
So I don't know. I'm legitimately all right. So I've kind of found myself in a nice little groove, but a lot of it is because I'm working from home. So I have that freedom that I've always wanted. This is what I've always wanted. I've never wanted to go to work, but I don't subscribe to the current, system of work with 5 days, 40 hours, etc. I don't subscribe to that. Let me come in, do my thing, and then dip and still pay me the same because you're paying me to do a job. You're not really paying. So it is what it is. But I find myself in a nice groove because I'm like, I'm able to work out at home, wake up when I want to, The only thing the gym kind of provides is it provides this, like, I guess it gives me more of a challenge to do more things, like lift more weight and etc. like that. Like, I kind of want to go back. I low-key do miss it because it's kind of
like same here because it was like a schedule for me. It was like something I do every morning. I was like looking forward to go to the gym too. Then I got right back in my groove, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back, and it's going to be hard because I probably won't go as often as I used to before. And not to say that I went probably minimum 3 days a week, max like 5 days a week. But the max was rare. The max was like I have really nothing to do. I'm probably on a staycation at home, and I don't know what to do, so I'm just go to the gym and kick my day off real quick. So there's so many things with that, but I don't know. It's weird. I kind of my body wants to go. Like my body, it took me so much. Like, all right, so it's kind of like the train situation, right? Like in New York City, like the MTA. No one is riding the train right now. Like, there's some people riding the train, but like eventually, like you have to get over that initial hump because life has to go on eventually. Absolutely. Like you can't just kind of you can't stay in this kind of state and let something else control you. You kind of have to get out there and take control of it.
Gotta do it. Yeah.
I got on the train yesterday.
You just had to do it, man.
I got on the train yesterday too. Well, no, not yesterday. It was probably like 2 weeks ago. But I got on the train and I was like, this isn't bad. But I legitimately like, I remember there
No,
was
I was
anxiety
nervous.
going.
I was nervous
Yeah,
first. Like my mouth was cold. I was like, let me make sure I don't touch this pole. None of that.
yeah. I was standing. I'm surfing on the train. You know how it is when you don't touch no poles and you
Oh
just
yeah.
kind of standing. So I was doing all that, but it was like, okay, I needed to at least do this to kind of like, okay, it's possible. Like,
Yeah.
as much money as I'm saving, as good as it is, like, I know I'm eventually gonna have to get back on this train to be able to do what I do, visit my
And just
friends,
go
see my
back to your
family,
normal shit. Yeah.
and just go back to your normal
It's
life.
a
And I'm
weird
gonna,
situation, right? I mean, it's
yeah,
super
I'm gonna reach
strange.
that point with the gym. I'm gonna reach that point with the gym where it's like, I can't. There's only so much push-ups can do. I can
Right.
only. There's only so much running can do, and I hate running, but I'm doing it, and I feel good about doing it now. But like, I
You
hate
still don't
it.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I kind of want to go to the gym. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. What about you? How have you guys felt?
I mean, I don't go to the gym anyways, but
Well, not the gym, but like kind of restarting back life.
no, I feel like everyone should have their own preference of when and how they do it, because I definitely don't agree with like the people who are just like on some fuck it shit. I'm just gonna go all out and just live how I did before. But I think you have to have some type of precaution, because obviously shit's weird right now. So, but for me, I mean, I've taken it kind of slow, I guess you would say. Like I'm still at home for the most part. I see my friends kind of sporadically, but I do pull up every once in a while and kick it. I went on a camping trip like a week ago, so that was cool. I needed that, but that was even low key. You know what I'm saying? Like that was low key. Like what I really wanted to do instead of that camping trip was go to LA. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, you gotta adjust, and just to keep yourself sane, we just did something low key instead, and it was a good time. But man, I just feel like you gonna know when it's right for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just when you go out, take your precautions, be self-aware, and make sure you ain't putting other people in danger.
Yeah, definitely, just make sure you're not putting nobody in danger. Like, if you do go out, like you said, just wear your mask, just don't think about yourself. Like, just think about, like, who you going to be around, like, what family members that person might be around. So, just...
Yeah.
COVID is stupid. I hate it so goddamn much.
It's stupid, bro. It's bad,
I hate
man.
this shit
so
much. It's ruined, like, it's slowed down some. Granted, I feel like, you're able to take some parts of it and be like, oh, my eyes are open now. Like, I've really kind of like looked at like things in life and whether or not I needed them, which is something I needed to do. I think when you're constantly going, whether it's like work or something, or like anything, just kind of in life, when you're constantly going, you don't get a chance to really kind of take a step back and actually like
not at all.
Look at your life. Yeah. Like, you don't get a chance to kind of like actually like look at your life and be like, do I need to do this? Did I need to spend all this money? And do I need to? So it's kind of like you're able to take a step and look back. But like, it's paused so much and it's kind of like stunted so much in like even like my niece's life, right? Like my niece hasn't been to school in 4 months and won't go back for another at least 3 months.
Yeah, my brother, like, I don't know if they're gonna go back to school here at all for the rest of this year. Like my brother, they've already had conversations with my mom about how they're gonna finish their whole situation, and it's just like this should change me personally. Like I feel like if we can ever get back to normal, whether it's a vaccine, whether it's whatever, however the case may be, like it changed the way that I move 100%. Like I don't know if I'll ever really be like not even just like moving wild or like the mask thing or anything. It's just like even my outlook on life, nigga. Like I've never experienced anything like this. I don't know how this shit feels. You know what I'm saying? Like the police brutality shit is one thing. Like that's kind of been going on. I know for some reason people are surprised by this shit, but like, if that's one thing, but this COVID shit is like, I've never experienced anything like this. So it's changed my whole outlook, how I want to move, how I want to live. Like, man, I don't know, bro. It's crazy.
It's just crazy.
It is.
Let me see. I'm trying to find some like 30 questions, like not actually 30 questions. Okay, boom. So what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna answer. I'm gonna ask you guys these questions. I'm gonna answer it myself. We're gonna answer a couple of these questions, and we're probably gonna end it here because the reflection on life is crazy at this point. Let's see. Okay, this is. I'll say it. We can ask around 30. I'm gonna ask you guys these questions. Think about it. See just your response. If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it. But ideally,
What we got, man? What you got, man?
Yeah, what you got?
so
man?
it says, okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So do you have enough money saved that you could feasibly lose your job and survive long enough to find a new one at 30? These are the at 30 questions.
At 30 questions. Yes.
If you could lose, it's very pertinent right now. Like if you
no. It's a personal question, but it's cool. Like, yes, but a lot of that is just for a lot of that is for like, I want to buy a home, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the money that we're talking about is still for something else. So yes and no, like Ty says, like I guess I could, but it would fuck me up.
Like it would, like you said, but like I have to be like real strategic with my money. Pretty much just spending it on stuff like I really need, just bills, and that's it. Just in the house. If I was in my situation.
No, that's for real. I remember I made after I quit a major job, and I was like, I guess I was unemployed for a couple of months. I made that money stretch. I didn't do anything fun. Like I was like, nope, I gotta pay, and you still have to pay bills and stuff because like you still need your phone, of course. You still need all this other stuff. Like you still like, I'm be home a lot, so I need Netflix, like or something along those lines. So it's like, but could I? I probably could, but yeah, like you said, I don't want to. Like I have plans for this money. It
would suck.
Yeah. Okay. What? Let's say you could say one thing. What do you want to accomplish in the next 10 years that you didn't accomplish in the last 10 years?
Career change.
Hey, bingo. Career change, man. Career change. A happy career, like something you really want to indulge in for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Not just something to pay your bills, but you like, damn, this is all I want to do. Right. I want that feeling so bad.
Yeah, same here. Like my current job is cool, but I know like I could do better. Like, and just like just being happy, just like not just doing something that you love, not just doing something just for the sake of I'm making this money and what it is.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the same for me too. I think generally, like, of course, I like my job. I don't hate my job. I actually do like my job. I like kind of aspects of it, of like the fulfillment I get from helping students and stuff. However, I do definitely want to like kind of do my own thing, and I want to be like a part of something. I want to be a part of something that changes stuff. Like I don't want to. I hate being a cog in the wheel. I want to be the thing pushing the wheel. Like that's kind of really what I want to do. Let's see. Okay. These are two questions. What's the biggest difference in yourself you see from 5 years ago and 10 years ago? So 25 and 20. What's the biggest difference?
20, I was, like I said, I was still just kind of getting a feel for things. Just still immature at that point, pretty much. So, like I said, 20, I just got hired with Delta, so just pretty much just learning how to be responsible, knowing like I can't be out and about all night. No, I got to be to work at 7 a.m. and whatnot. This shit like that. Then 25, like that's when I started getting like raises in my job. I started making a little more paper. Just
he was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, like that's how I really started having that's how I really started having my fun, like for like around 25. Pretty much just really just being wise and just like being more responsible. That's like the difference between like 5 and 10 years ago. Just being responsible.
Yeah, I mean, 5 years ago, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty much the same nigga from 5 years ago. But 10 years ago, yeah, I mean, I was just out here, you know, I was playing around a little bit. And, you know, I moved in with my best friend immediately, like after high school. So we kind of doing the things that we said we were going to do at that point in time. So it was a little bit, it was just more reckless. Like, I would say I definitely didn't care about like the same things I do today that I did when I was 20. Like 20 years old, I'm not even thinking about, I should have been, but I wasn't thinking about, you know, copping the house or having a car under my name or like, you know, you're still kind of like, you fresh out, man. You
Yeah.
know, it's different. I was an assistant manager in retail. So I was making pretty good money for like not having a degree at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be honest, like I was doing all right. So I felt like I was like, cool, I'm gonna just chill. But that 5 years you talking about, like getting to 25, it came quick. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, I'm here. You know, so I grew up in a sense of, you know, from 20 to 30, but 25 to 30, I'm the same nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So, like,
To
when I
be
was
honest.
20, I got my first credit card. I was like reckless with that. So,
Right.
so these 627, like when I got off my credit card, I was like, all right, now I know, like,
Yeah.
cards for like emergency purposes only. Like, and if I do want to treat myself, make sure I pay that shit back.
Right. 100%. I think at 20, 10 years ago, I always say I was a herb. I felt like it.
Come on,
I felt
man.
like no, but it is. I feel like the thing is, I feel so much drastically different at 20 than 30. I legitimately, because of school, I never allowed myself to have any fun because I was always worried about school because my parents always instilled in me that you need to be thing. And I wasn't even that great at college.
Nothing
I was
wrong
like,
with that though.
I was like average. Like college made me realize like I was in high school, I was a pretty smart cookie, but in like college, it kind of made me realize like how like kind of average that I actually am. Not that I'm like dumb or anything, but it's
I know
like
what you mean. Yeah.
it's like I thought I knew better, but I guess I didn't.
Right.
So I always felt like at that time I was just like, like I remember I found my old iPod Touch at the time, and I was like, what the fuck was I listening to? Oh my god. Like I got mad shit, like mad like lovey-dovey, you know, shit. I was wearing fucking button-ups with ties and shit. I was like, oh, what the fuck was I on?
You was out here. Hey man, that's just what you was on.
And then at 25, I was pretty much like I had reached my like own personal breakthrough, and I was in the experience of that. Like at that time I had already gone through like probably one of the darkest times ever. So I was just like, oh, I'm coming out the other side of this, and here's what I learned.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing anything I don't want to do. And I had to take a look at myself. I remember I was in like all these like relationship things, and I had to take a look at myself, and I was like, yo, is it a me problem or is it a them problem? So I kind of took a look at myself, and I was like, yo, what do I want to fix about me? Let me prioritize me. Fuck them. Like, let me prioritize me. And that's kind of like where it started. And that's kind of like how I ended up at wherever I'm ended up now. Cause I just decided, let me fix the things that I feel like I need to fix and improve in myself to make me feel better. And that's what I did. And so 25 was probably one of the more important, I would say like 24, 25 was probably one of the more important like years of my life. Let's see. What are 3 things that matter to you the most in life right now? 3 things.
3 things. My happiness, my health, and my family. That's probably it. Like the 3 most. Yeah.
No, that's real.
To be honest. Yeah, same here. Happiness, always gotta make sure I'm happy. Just make sure I'm mental straight. Make sure family, close friends is good. And health too, just especially during these times, just make sure your health.
Man, the health shit is crazy, bro. Truly.
Yeah. No, you got it right. Like you're in the money.
We different. I know y'all feel it. I know y'all feel different. Like as far as just being at this age, like
my knees feel different.
I can't drink regular milk anymore. Like,
bro,
like dairy products. Man.
Dairy products is also rap.
I'm gonna be back for the next 2 days. Even drinking too. Like when I was like 20, I could drink like it's nothing. Like even now, like I half a night if I get like real drunk, like I'll be in bed pretty much the whole day the following day. Headaches and everything. So it's just get older, man. Like your body starts to like feel it. Like just even like just doing like certain stuff and eating certain foods and whatnot.
All right. So, what's one habit that kicking would increase your quality of life greatly?
Probably smoking bud, man. I mean, as much as I enjoy it, I probably shouldn't do it as much as like I do, you know. Because I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's good for my anxiety. It's good for a lot of other things. But like, it does kind of take me off track sometimes. I'll be honest. But that's just me. I know everybody handles that shit different. Like some people can do it and like move and like do the things they got to do. I'm just not one of them. I'm just not one of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm very just like, it's yeah. I could probably lay off a little bit.
Yeah, same here. Cause like, I mean, I eat good for the most part. Like I try to stay away from a lot of like unhealthy foods, but just the smoking, even like just like cutting back like the tobacco use, like using like blunts or whatever. Just
You
like,
still on the blunt? I ain't smoked a blunt in a minute, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
I put on my papers too, but I usually hit the blunt here and there. I did it a lot because I was back home this week and I was with my niggas or whatnot. So
yeah, of course.
But like you said too, Jeff, like try not to do it as much. I know, like with us being stuck in the crib,
it's hard, bro.
I kind of picked up the habit, but like before that, like even I was just like really just smoking on my off days at one point in time. Just save a lot of money too when you realize like you cut back that smoking, save a lot of money.
I think probably one habit would probably be for me saying no to stuff that I probably should do because I need to experience life a little bit more. So I need to stop saying no to certain things like going places,
like social stuff.
Things and stuff. Yeah, because like I'm a homebody. I've been a homebody before. Being a homebody was
so man.
So I'll be like, nah, I don't really want to do it.
A gimmick before it was a gimmick.
Yeah, because at this point it's weird. Like from 25 to 30, I also learned how to say no and kind of mean it. And not really, I'm like, no, I don't really want to do it. And I think everyone kind of respects me for that because I kind of say it in a way that's not insulting or like I don't bullshit around it anymore. I just say like really like, no, I don't really want to do it. Or no, I'm cool with that. Thanks, but no. And everyone kind of for the most part respects it. So probably saying like it's a double-edged sword, but probably like, not doing things that would probably make my life a lot funner. It's probably that. I'm a very routine type of person. Let's see if I can find something interesting. I'm gonna ask 2 more questions and then we're gonna get out of here. Okay, let's ask this. Might be 3. Shit. Do you put others before yourself or the other way around?
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, the situation is like different. It depends, but like on a just a regular basis, no, not really. I think it's like obviously you talk about your significant other. I mean, obviously, just you have to, there's gonna be times where you do that, but just on an average regular basis, like I'm like you, Meelz. We have this conversation a lot. Like I need space. And I need to lay low and duck and just be alone for a minute. And yeah, after a while, I'll be like, oh, man, I need to talk to somebody or I need to kick it with somebody. That's, that's fair. But man, I'm always thinking about the next moment I need my own space.
Yeah, no, I don't say definitely don't, like it's a thing. Like it was like, nah, I definitely don't put people in front of it's a situational thing, but I think for the most part, no. I've learned the hard way of putting others before myself and kind of like what it's gotten me into. Mm-hmm. So I usually tell a lot of people like, listen, if it's between you and me, it's going to be me. Like,
this is what it is.
I'm going to keep it. Yeah. What about you, Ty?
Oh, no, like you said, this really depends on the situation, but most of the times I'm always going to look out for like what's best for me, like, because at the end of the day, like, whatever I do, I'm going to have to live with that decision, like, whether that person like it or not. So, but like I said, it really just depends on the situation. Like, I try to think for the other person, but most of the time, I tend to put myself before others.
Okay, so this is going to be the last one. I want to say, so the question is, here's how we're gonna do it. The question is, what do other people value the most about you? I would like to flip that in terms of what you value the most about the other two people in this stupid chat, this little StreamYard thing. So what do you value about the two people next to you currently? I'm gonna start with you, Jeff.
I mean, I know for me, it's like, especially in our situation, like RNC as a unit, a lot of us are in different places. You know, a lot of us got different things going on. Some of us may disappear. Some of us may pop back up. But for me, one of the things that I love the most about both of y'all is just straight up, like, just loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Ty live in the same city. I haven't seen Ty, probably since we were in LA. But like, it hasn't necessarily changed our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I sent him a text sent him a text for his birthday. Love you, bro. Whoop-de-whoop. Keep it pushing. Meelz, when we speak, to me, it's about loyalty, nigga. Like, if I felt like I couldn't really bang with somebody on that level, like, yeah, I may be more standoffish about it, but I'm still not going to be disrespectful. It's just one of those things like, yo, if you feel like, you know, you can trust me and I can trust you and it's loyal. Like, if Ty hit me up, like, yo, this is the situation, blah, 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 I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if I haven't seen him for however long, whatever. Meelz, you know, I'll disappear for a minute, come back, then I'll be all up in the spot. You disappear, whatever it happens. But for both of y'all, man, you know, y'all are just stand up, loyal men. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's, for me, that's what it's about.
What about you, Ty?
I mean, like say, like just both y'all just good-hearted people. I know, like, it's me and Meelz, like, first time, like, actually speaking. Like, we shoot each other texts. Just Meelz just liking the same kind of music I like, same as Jeff. Just like all of us just being a stand-up dudes. I know, like, and Jeff, we saw each other back in October when Justin Mark came into Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was October, if I'm not mistaken. October, November.
Yeah.
One of those 2 days, months. Yeah. And with Jeff, like, we stay in the same city, but like, we may not see each other for months, but like, Jeff knows, like, if he need anything, like, I'm one text away, like, I'll be there. Like,
we always end our conversation like that. Yeah.
Even though we do stay like mad far from each other, like, we both stay.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh my God, man. I think about Ty, I probably, in terms of what I value beyond, like, we got the same music taste, we got a whole bunch of things. I value New York. First of all, you're funny as fuck. I just want to let you know that.
Appreciate
the way you interject into things and have a great one-liner, you're hilarious. You got great, I don't know, your camera roll on your phone is fucking hilarious. At every time, like, I can always count on scrolling through, and no matter what situation is going on, I'm gonna laugh because Ty said something or showed something or something. And then just also being a cool stand-up dude. And Jeff, we're on the same wavelength most of the time.
Yeah,
we're both like, you know, and I think what I value the most about him is that he's kind of his own person, and he holds that very, very strongly, and he doesn't kind of sway with the people a lot. He just kind of, like, he stands and he kind of understands everyone's perspective, which is kind of why I'm kind of an optimist in that perspective too, because I'm just like, I understand where most people are coming from, even if it's like weird stuff. It's like, oh, I understand why a person would do that. And I think Jeff I kind of understand. I value the most that he's kind of, you know, his own person, this optimist, this thing. And we're usually on the same wavelength about a whole bunch of things, man. But, you know, I think just, I'm glad we all got here, and I'm glad I'm going to wrap this up soon. I'm glad that we're, you know, officially 30 and we're men, and we can officially look forward towards the next 10 years. And meeting up again, and everyone bringing, if they have kids at the time, RNC cookout, and then there's going to be kids.
Can you imagine?
And then, you know, everyone's cooking, and everyone's millions of dollars at this point, hopefully at this point. I mean, even if you don't make $1 million, it's whatever. But, you know, that's what we're striving for.
Just handle your business.
Yeah, as long as you happy. As long as you happy. And that's what I kind of hope for, man. But yeah, ramen talk. I feel like we should have definitely had actual ramen.
I could use some right now. I ain't gonna front.
It's kind of hot. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't like hot stuff when it's hot out.
Yeah, Meelz like, it's kind of hot. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hot. So I don't know. But man, I'll say this. This has been episode 2 of Ramen Talk. I don't know where episode 3 will be. I have no idea who the guest will be. I don't know anything of the rather. We just know that we want to talk and have fun and have these conversations. Mm-hmm. So this is what we're going to continue to do. Maybe at some point we'll definitely have ramen. But who knows? But yeah, make sure you continue to follow everything RNC related, RNC Radio Live, everything that we've got going on. You can follow us at our own Twitter accounts. It'll be in the thing. You can just follow us. I'm not even going to say our Twitter accounts. I say it on various shows. Jeff says it on various shows. Ty, you gonna find because we retweet all the hilarious shit that he say anyway. So it's like
high demand.
Yeah. Any final words, guys?
Just get.
I know you never have final words, and I always put everybody on the spot when I say final words.
Everybody, just be cool, man.
Just be safe.
Have fun with your life. Yeah.
Yes. Be safe.
Wash your hands.
Wash your fucking hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your fucking hands. That's the end of this. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.